Okay, in this video I'm going to create an SQLite database. We use this database to save information in our phone, and this SQLite database, well, this is going to be the location. So let's start a new project. Choose empty activity, specify the location, and let's call this project sqlite 1. Specify the name, and finally choose finish. Okay, our project is ready. So we have to create a SQLite helper. So let's gonna choose, well, it seems that it's not ready, so let's try again. Okay, let's gonna call this class database helper, and we need to import some things. We're gonna be using some of this. So next thing to do is we have to extend SQLite open helper, and next thing to do is we have to override some methods. So let's implement those methods, which are onCreate and onUpgrade. And we also need to implement a constructor. So let's create a constructor. Let's choose the first one. Well, let's delete all of this. We're gonna need only the context. Okay, so here we're going to pass the database name, and here we're gonna use null, and here let's say 1. This is the database version, and now we have to define some constants. The first one is gonna be public static final string, and this is gonna be the database name, and our name is gonna be sportsdb. The next one is going to be the table name, so our table name is going to be a sports table, like this. And we also need a column ID and a column name. This is going to be our column name, column ID, and this is going to be our column name. Okay, so now we have to create our table, and we're going to create our table inside this method, inside onCreate. And this is how we create our table. Here we specify the name, the table name. We define the column ID, which is going to be integer. It's going to be the primary key, and it's going to be auto increment. We also have to define the column name. In this case, it's going to be a text. And now we have to go to this onUpgrade method, because we have to override this one, and we have to drop the table if it already exists. So we're going to use this exec sqlite method, and then we're going to use this onCreate, and we're going to pass the database. This one, we're passing this database over here, this one. Okay, that's it. That's all the things that we have to do here in the database helper. Now we have to go to the main activity. And here in the main activity, well, we need to define a variable, a constant called tag. We're gonna need it a little bit later. And well, next thing to do is we have to create our database, which is gonna be database helper. Database helper equals new database helper. Let's specify as context this main activity, the context of this main activity, and that's it. We are creating our database helper with this statement, but we're gonna use this one just to make sure the database is created. So we need to import this log, this class, and that's it. Here we're getting the database name. Okay, so let's pass this as an argument here. Oh well, a moment ago I was checking this exercise to make sure that everything worked correctly when showing this example, but doesn't matter. Let's gonna delete it. Okay, so we don't have it anymore, and let's run the application. We have to change the SDK. This is gonna be fast. Let's specify here 22. Let's sync, and let's wait a little bit. Let me pause the video. I'll be back when this is ready. Okay, it's ready, so let's run it. And I'm going to pause the video if it doesn't finish fast. Okay, I think it's about to finish. It is installing the APK. And well, here we go, our app. So let's gonna check if the database was created, and here you have it. The database was created. We're getting the name here. So this is it. This is the first part of SQLite database in Android Studio. Next video, we're gonna be adding and deleting some data into this database. So see you in the next video.